Jennifer from Sun Dragon Paper and Lace, and today I wanted to do a mask make. I usually don't do mask makes because I have a hard time matching I'm sorry if my video I think is moving. I'm really sorry about that. My phone is. It should settle down in a minute. I usually don't like doing mask makes because I have a hard time matching my whatever I've made, what ephemera I've made to the journal I'm currently working on. However, I was watching a video from Leslie at Willow House Journals. Hi, Leslie. She did a mask make with side tucks, a mask make side tuck using vintage ledger paper, antique ledger paper, and I wanted to go ahead and try it out. Now, I don't have exactly the same kind of items that she has. I do have the ledger paper, but what she started out with was like index cards and coffee dyed index cards. And I don't have coffee dyed index cards, but I do have these little tab cards, I guess. They are index cards without the lines, and they have tabs. So these are probably still made with called index cards. Another thing is I wanted to try to use up my skinny, what do you call these again? Skinny scrap, God, I forgot the name of these. It'll come to me. And then I've got some, little pieces of lace, and also I've got some of these paint sample cards that I ran through the through folders, the designer folders, whatever those are called. I'm sorry, my mind is blank. So anyway, I want to get started here. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is we'll start with this one. And then I'm going to cut, let me try this color. That color. And I will cut, maybe this here. So Leslie from Willow House Journals, thank you for this idea, by the way. It is a great idea, and I will try to abide with a mask make type of a thing. And like you said, Leslie, you said if you use like neutral colors or whatnot, it should match with all the other journals that you make, which, that does make sense. I think I'm going to just go half because I don't want the tuck to be too long or too wide. And I will show you why we don't want the tuck to be too long. It's because then whatever you want to tuck in here will be covered too much. And also you want to be able to see a lot of your your ledger. Let me see. Trying to figure out what kind of ledger. I think I'm gonna, I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should ink that, and maybe what I'll do is ink after everything. Ink after I glue. That probably would be a good idea. But then I want to ink this edge here. So how is everyone doing? I hope everyone had a great 4th of July. Ours was a really nice one. We had family and friends over. We hosted. Everyone, you know, brought a little something and had barbecue, wonderful barbecue, and oh, this writing is just so beautiful. I think I'm going to start with this really old paper that will break. I'm sure it's going to break. So let's start with this. Yeah, so we had quite a bit of fun with, I think a little bit too much fun with family and friends. And it was a really long day. We started everybody, they got here at 2 and then didn't leave until about 11 or so. Yeah, it might have been around 11 o'clock. I think I like this better. The fun thing about this little tab is that you can put all kinds of things on it to make it cute. We will try that today. As you can see, I don't really measure. And let me get out my glue book. And let's glue this. So again, this is not an original idea or anything. I got this from Leslie at Willow House Journals, and she's got a YouTube channel. She does fantastic. I just love following her. This is how I had it, right? On this side. And then yeah, this paper is very, very fragile, so it's really nice to have something that you can utilize it for, like collaging. I like this number. It's a little bit too white though, don't you think? Maybe if I put a little, spray a little coffee, maybe. Let's see how that works. Of course, now I have to let it dry. This is these little paint swatches are the best, one of the best free materials that you can find at a hardware store, or what they call a big box store. I'm going to put some glue here, glue here, glue here. You want to leave an opening so that that's the purpose of the tuck. Okay, and then if I wanted to decorate something, like put a something like this on top. I could if I wanted to, or just something. I can even cut this in half if I wanted to, lengthwise. Or maybe use one of these little things. Do it like that on that side, or this side, or put it over here. That's kind of cute too. Maybe a word as well. We'll see how it goes. But since we are mask making, let's go ahead and try to do a mask make by doing these each one by one. Kind of do like an assembly line. So first we will this will be a cute tuck, I think. Let me see for a tag. Get this tag. This is a big tag. I'm sure if there was a smaller tag and it's too bulky, this tag's too bulky. So that's not a very good example. Good ephemera pieces here. That's really pretty. Yeah. And the neat thing too is that, so you can journal in the back of this. And leave it blank, or you can cover it if you wish. But I think I might leave it blank for now. See, I think this is why I have a hard time mask making, is because I want to focus so much on the one thing and complete it. And mask making is more of an assembly. All right. So there's that one. Let's do one that has a tuck on this side. So let's see, I did this, maybe this tuck here. Is that going to be too small, too skinny? Not sure. I think I kind of like skinny tucks though, because you can put smaller things in them, smaller tiny things like this. Okay, let's try. Yeah, instead of spraying coffee and waiting for it or dealing with that heat gun, I'm just going to do this, and I think that looks nice. Okay. Let's see. This. Look how fragile that paper is. It just crunches. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, I guess I can do that later. Okay, again, Mask making is a challenge. It's a challenge for me. Okay, can we just do one thing at a time for each thing? Okay, which is what we'll do a couple things at a time for each ephemera. That is just so pretty though. So pretty. Clean the hands. Another thing that Leslie said is that a good way to clean hands is just hand sanitizer, which I forget to use. I have it just handy right there on my desk and I still forget to use it. I'm so used to using baby wipes that that's what I use. And the way that Leslie did her card was a lot nicer because she can fold it, so you didn't have to do anything like this and cut it and measure. There was already a pre-made tuck. Oops, this one is broken. We'll fix that. We'll fix that when we get there. I'm not sure I like a tuck this way. Maybe because of how a book is. You know, we always flip it from right to left, flip the pages. So I don't know, I might end up cutting this off. We'll see how it goes. But I think the next ones we will do next ones, we'll just keep doing it from like we were left to right. Turning the page from right to left. There you go. And should we do half? Tried to do half last time. It didn't seem to be right. Do you like the numbers? I think so. The numbers to stay on there, so we'll just make it a little bit bigger. I have this really grungy book cover that I would like to try to repair and make a journal out of. It is so beat up, but it's just so cool looking. I wanted to salvage it and see. In fact, I'm kind of working on it now. If you want me to film how I'm going to fix it up and do it, let me know. But I thought, see, it's cracked here and cracked here, and it's all, but I just love old books like this. And I'm thinking about even keeping the cloth on there. But look at the old ads that's on there. It's from the 1800s. I just don't know exactly when in the 1800s. But a lot of these religious songbooks don't have dates on them. I don't know why. But anyway, I thought that maybe if I tried to glue a whole bunch, glue here. I've got some glue setting right here, and I'm using just Fabri-Fix glue. I might use a stronger glue later on, I'm not sure. But I just love the print and the dark against the cream color. It's just really pretty. And I thought, I can probably put lace here, maybe over here, just kind of pretty it up. And then we'll see how it comes out. It may or may not work, and who knows. Doesn't hurt to try. So in the meantime, let's do this. The kind of glue that I like to use is this stick glue. It's a little spendy, but it's nice and soft, and but yet dry enough so that it doesn't crinkle my paper, and it sticks really well. But any type of stick glue for this fragile paper like this is really good, because you don't want to put wet glue on there and have little crinkles, little bubbles all over it. So this, like that. So I don't know, these don't seem as pretty as Leslie's. Leslie's came out just gorgeous. Oh, that broke. Well, let's see. I'm gonna have to try to fix it here in a minute. I can probably cover that with a piece of lace or something. I tell you what, lace does wonders. Lace and, any scrap paper, actually. Yeah, these aren't as pretty as Leslie's. You know what? I can do this upside down if I don't like that. I don't know. I like it just better like this. Okay. We'll make 2 more, and then we'll start decorating. I don't know how many of you are retired right now, but how lucky you are to be retired and be able to just craft away. I just got my Social Security letter in my email, and it said that I can retire at age 62, which is only 2 years away, but it won't get me the full benefits. My full retirement would be at age 67. So I'm thinking, gosh, I have to work another 7 more years before I can get my full retirement. And then who knows what's going to happen with economy and Social Security and all that good stuff. It's pretty scary, if you ask me. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. Please comment. Give me some comments below. It is a scary world right now. But thank goodness we have our crafting. We have our outlet, right? You know, instead of making it straight, I wonder if I can make it you know me and my grunginess, my shabbiness. It looks better shabby, doesn't it? To me, it does anyway. I think so. See? Doesn't it? I don't know, it needs decorating. We'll see. After I decorate it, we'll see. But anyway, when it's time for me to retire, I would hope to do this a little bit more full-time, do more videos, have more time to go on workshops. It's always good to, I've never been on a workshop before, so my very first workshop will be with Donna from Twisted Paper Studio and Leslie from Willow House Journals. So that's going to be now I'll have to fix that. Okay. All right, one more. Yeah, this one doesn't, that looks like it's too short, huh? Maybe, maybe not. Let's try it. The numbers are upside down, but I don't care. Okay, let's try this. This paper is not as fragile as the other, so that's good. It's still from 1800s though. 18... 18 something. Not sure. Which way? This way? Or this way? Huh. I mean, I like the writing here, but... and the writing up there. But I like the numbers here. And that number, 71. If you notice, I went from the cutter to just ripping. Find it easier just to rip, especially with the look that I like so much with that shabby look. Okay. And then this, oh, wait, I was going to use one of these. Yes, this one. That one. Okay, let's try putting the glue on here instead of the actual item, and let's see how that goes. Not bad. Might have to cut that piece there. We will see. So what is it that looks so odd? I don't know. Something that it just looks, they look odd to me. Like they don't look like Leslie's. Oh, they're shorter too. They're not as long. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think these are wider than hers. Yeah, they're probably a little bit wider. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. One more. I think I like this one the best so far. Okay, one more. Whoops, darn it. Got to turn my paper around. this type of eraser will sometimes take off adhesive, but I know there are erasers that will erase glue, but I don't have that, so this seems to work somewhat. Doesn't work 100%, but it does work some. And I'm just going to do it on this side. There we go. Huh. All right. Okay, there's that one. And then we'll do this on there, right? Let's do this color. Maybe if I make it bigger, the tuck bigger, it'll look right. I don't know. That looks pretty. That looks pretty. I like that. Much better than the others. See, I guess that's what happens when you experiment. If you don't like something, you just kind of tweak it a little bit and see how it turns out. And it shouldn't be too hard to change up the other ones to this type of a look. That way I don't just hang on to them and hang on to them and hang on to them because I made them and don't want to throw them away, but I'm not a big fan of them, so I might as well go in and fix it the way I want it to be fixed right now. Yeah, I like that. That shabby look. Shabby, torn, distressed, used up. Okay, I like that one. I really like that one. All right, let's put this away. These are my scraps. So I wanted to maybe change this because I don't like how straight that looks. See, what a big difference, huh? Of course, you know, that's just me. This is some of you might like that, but I like this look better. And then when I go in and I'm gonna age this up. this is going to be kind of crunched up. It's a good thing I left a little bit of overhang. A little overhang. Now, what am I going to, let's work on this. I'm going to work on decorating. One of my favorite parts is decorating. Okay, what do I want to do here? I can make this a dangle. I can have this dangle down. Just cut it here. Put a little grommet there. And then I think I'm going to add some decor right there. Maybe a word, or I don't know. These are like little leftovers of my projects. I never know what to do with these little bits except for make them into little balls. I thought making them into little balls might be easier than having them just all, you know, strewn about like this that I have in my bucket. But wow, I really like this. Really like this one, how this one turned out. Okay, a little grommet. First I want to put something here. Should I round the corners? No, may or may not. I want to put something here. Let's see. Let me look at my tiny scraps. I've got tiny scraps here. Just specialty things that I really liked and I wanted to keep. That's kind of pretty. I mean, this would look like a neat collage, wouldn't it? Right there. And then, yeah, I like that. Oops. And that. That. That's perfect. Just need to get this paper off of my finger. Okay. Then, whoops. Then I'm gonna put a little grommet there, or is that what that's called? A grommet? Is that what these are called? Oh, I forgot what they're called. Boy, my memory's just really been awful these days. Eyelet. Eyelet. That's what that's called, an eyelet. Put the eyelet maybe right there. There we go. And then, where did this little thing go? This, gonna add this. To a, what should I use? Should I use a bulb pin? Sure. Put a bulb pin in there. Maybe a little word. A black one? Or how about a shiny? A saying, you are loved. Good life. Good life. Let me use let's use all kinds of little things here. Good life. Do that and do that. Just crunch it up. I'm gonna do, how's this gonna be? We want this behind the bulb. I think I did it the right way, right? Good life. There, there, and I mean, I can go on forever and ever. I can add like, still this escapes me. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Can go on forever with this. But this just looks just yummy right there. And put how's that, guys? Is that pretty? I think so. And again, it depends on what style you're going for, you know, romantic, shabby chic, contemporary, Victorian. There's just so much goth. There's so much out there, so much out there. I love romantic, shabby. These I want to fix. Don't you think? If I'm going for the romantic shabby, this is definitely, these I need to redo. This one's okay, and this one's okay. So let's work on these two, and then I'm gonna fix these up at a later time. Don't want to waste your time, but here, let's do one more. Let's do this one. So I want to shabby this up with some ink, and then make sure that this is all curled up here. There. Do a little I think it does look better when it's a little bit out more. But we'll work with it. What we can do is maybe put a snippet. That's what these are called. Snippet rolls. We can put a snippet out a little bit. Let's see. This is a skinny snippet. I've got a video on my skinny snippet roll, which makes it pretty handy. But I can put some, or I can put an embellishment. What Leslie did is she did a fussy cut of flowers. So maybe I can do a fussy cut. My fussy cuts are big though. See, that one is, oh, that's pretty though, if it's just on the edge like that. And I don't know if that color just adds nice contrast. Let's see. I need to do more. I need to do more fussy cuts. I need to cut more stuff. My fussy cuts are just kind of yucky. Or I can put a word there too with a snippet. Decisions. First, I'm going to go ahead and use, let's see, for this, I'm going to do a little tiny bit of, this is this washi tape, I think is Tim Holtz. It's from Tim Holtz. And let's do a little bit. I wonder if I can tear it, because it's fabric, you know. Not so easily. No, can't tear it very easily. I can just take some fabric and do it with fabric, regular fabric, but This is what's handy, so that's what we're going to use. Not sure exactly where to put it. And I don't know if I'm going to put a eyelid on it or not. I just might put a word on there. Probably that's just what I'm going to do, is just put a word. Let's put this in the tiny scraps. We can all use a little bit of kindness these days, don't you think? Definitely, definitely, right? Okay. I'm gonna just add a little bit more glue support. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, this seems to bug me right here. I might put a flower there or something. Or a piece of lace. Let's see. No, not that. Bear with me while I fish around. There we go. Here, do this. There we go. The tear is gone. No more tear. All right. Well, so far we've only got 2 as far as the mask making thing. We got some of this stuff, some of them done, but you know, these were just experiments, so we're going to go and redo them, which I think I could somehow. I can tear them somehow. I might end up having to scrap it. So, and then this, we'll see what we can do with this. But this ultimately is my favorite one. What do you think? This turned out pretty good too. This turned out cute as well. Oh boy, I might have to reback these with, I hate that the glue and the ink got kind of stuck to the back, so anyway, but yeah, we'll pretty it up. So anyhow, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for your company, and I really appreciate those of you who have commented and liked and subscribed. And please feel free to comment on this video and let me know if you want to see me video this, repairing this book cover. It's going to be a challenge for sure. We'll see. It's going to be I'm not a professional book cover. I haven't seen any videos on how to repair book covers or anything like that. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Not professional at all. So if you want to see me attempt to fix that book cover, just let me know. Thank you so much for everything. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.